Hi, it's Emma Mees here from the Centre for Community Journalism, and we're going to take a quick look around Twitter searches and how to do advanced searches and geolocated searches. So we'll start with majority of people start on Twitter and we will search for election. That's what we want to look for, so let's just hit that button. Now the results will come up on the left hand side here for the different types of content that Twitter shows you. Now the first thing to point out is that when you get your search results, Twitter shows you top tweets, and a top tweet is determined by whether that tweet's had a lot of retweets or if the account has a lot of followers. You always want to click on all because otherwise you're not seeing the entire results. So that's everything. So that shows all the tweets. If you want to find people, so accounts that are associated with the election, so you'll see that these either have the word election in their biographies, or they are on lists which are to do with elections. So photographs, any photos of the election, videos of the election, any news items to do with the election, and these are the lists I was talking about. If you go to timelines, then we have these are lists that people have created where they curate stories to do with the election. So if it is something you're interested in, it's always worth having a look at lists that other people have created already, because that takes all the legwork and all the hard work out of it for you. The other thing obviously you can do is you can create your own lists and make them public, and you can curate the election for your community as well. Now you'll see here that it says advanced search. Now I can click on advanced search. If for some reason you're on an older version of Twitter or on your web browser doesn't show that, then you want to go to twitter.com/search. I'll just type it in here for you to see, twitter.com/search. And then there'll be an option which shows you advanced search, which you want to click on. So if I put that in my web browser, we will go there now. Or you can obviously Google Twitter search. So you'll see this advanced search button. So if you don't have the button on the left hand side of your screen. So this works in very much the same way as a Google advanced search. You have the same sections, all of these words. So if I put UK election, it just means that in the search result it has to have the words UK and election. So I'm going to vote in the election this week. I hope the rest of the UK votes too. So that means that those words are in the body of the tweet, but it doesn't matter in which order they appear. But if I put it in the next line, you'll see it says this exact phrase. That's the same as putting quotation marks around it, and that has to appear as UK election. Whereas if I put it in this one, it has to be about the word UK or election or elections or vote or voters or whatever words I put in. It has to include one of those or any of them. If you wanted it to have a specific word which it had to include, you'd put that in the top line here and then any additional words there. So for the purpose of this, we'll put in election here. Now there's a choice of languages. If you also want to know if one account has had a conversation with another account, you just put the Twitter handles, the account names in here, and it'll show you any conversations they've had. And also if you want to know if two Twitter accounts have had a conversation about another account, then you can mention that there. So you could put here, you could put Cardiff, Wales, you could put London, you could put in New York, you could put in anywhere in the world here. So I'll stick to Cardiff for this search. So now I'm telling Twitter that I only want you to search for any tweets with the word election that have been tweeted in Cardiff. So either somebody's from Cardiff or they were physically within a 15-mile radius of Cardiff. So again, if you remember, I said to click all. So if I look here, there we are. So this tweet is from Cardiff, but it doesn't actually say the word Cardiff in the tweet. So the first thing that people would normally do is put election and Cardiff up here, but these would not have shown in those results because the tweet doesn't actually include the word Cardiff, but the people are from Cardiff. So what you are then doing is finding people who are in a particular place at a particular time who are talking about a particular subject. And this is extremely useful in breaking news situations. If there's been an accident or some big event going on and you want to find people who are there, you don't want to be relying on them actually mentioning the name of the location in every tweet. So this is the way you do it. And then you can save that search. So the next time you go to your results, you never need to type that in again. It's in under saved searches. If when the story is finished, you no longer want that search to be running in the background, you just hit remove and that's gone. That's no longer in your saved searches. The other thing you can do, you can just scroll over and you can change the mile radius. So that's set to within a 15-mile radius of Cardiff. Now this is either if location services are switched on somebody's mobile device, whether a phone or a tablet or laptop, then if their location services are switched on when they're tweeting, that will put them in that location, which will show up in their search results. Or if somebody's put, for example, Cardiff in their bio, same as the example we just saw. So when they've written their profile, if they've actually specified they're from Cardiff, that would show up. So it's worth having a play with. And the other thing you can do is you can change that from 5-mile radius right up to, I think, 500 miles radius. So that's a really good way of finding relevant content and contributors from doing Twitter searches.